What do you think about dinner at a restaurant?
Well, we got to do which kind of restaurant. Because I used to always want to be like, oh, I want to go out to a fancy restaurant. Now I'm over that.
Okay.
I like my casual places, but where we can hang out for a while.
So restaurant in general gets a what? 1 out of 10.
It gets a 10 for me.
I'm telling you, restaurants is where that's why we see so many dates on restaurants. It's almost perfect because you have conversation, you have stuff going on.
You have atmosphere, you have conversation, you have alcohol, you have all the mixings to make it a good night.
Hi. Welcome to the Modern Waiter Podcast. I'm Marlon Joseph, the Modern Waiter, where we discuss all things restaurant business. Learn something. Laugh at something. Have you ever wondered why a restaurant's such a popular spot for a first date? Today we will find out. But first, the intro.
Tired of working deadbeat jobs for lame pay. I'm tired of getting fired and hired the same day. If you know the rules of the game, then you'll stay. And if you don't...
As usual, I'm joined by my good friend Danny DeVito.
What's up, people?
Why are restaurants so popular as a first date or a date in general? In-house, we have with us Jordan, Glenn.
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
So today we're going to go through a list of first date activities. Mm-hmm. We'll rate them as we go.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the different styles of restaurants that may or may not work for a date. We have a resident single person in the house. Actually, we're all single.
We're all single, actually.
When's the last time you've been on a date?
I don't know, yesterday?
Oh. And
Well, I don't know.
what did you do?
She's a woman. She's allowed to date.
No, well,
I know.
you know,
They have the power. I got the power.
well, and I'm full on embracing it right now, let me tell you. But, this one doesn't count. I ran into one of my exes, and he took me out to lunch.
Do you have any strong opinions about being asked out and what you do for a first date?
I like to go out to eat.
Okay.
I love eating. Eating's great. I love to eat. I love a good cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on a first date. Cocktail can loosen you up a little bit if you drink.
Okay.
And then you can get into some conversation, see what they're about.
So as a guy, I feel sometimes that the whole going out to eat on a first date, it's almost too much of a commitment. Not just for the money, but the time. I'd rather do drinks. Let's go grab some drinks. And if you're, a weirdo, I'm getting the check and I'm bouncing. And that to me is it's like a little litmus test.
Because drinks could lead to dinner afterwards.
Yes.
Right.
Keep it open.
Yeah.
Yes. And so let's rate a couple of first date activities, if we shall. Now, how do you feel about, I asked you out and I say, hey, let's go, on some outdoor activity. I mean, there's not much hiking in South Florida.
Well, I mean, we don't have to talk. I mean, in general, but you could say, you could throw hiking in there.
Okay.
You guys kind of live somewhere else too around here, I believe. You live somewhere else,
I
right?
lived in San Diego, hiking. Big
Okay.
day.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about an outdoor activity for a first date?
I would like that, actually. If I was back in San Diego, that'd be fun.
Okay.
But I like outdoor activities.
Yeah.
Here in Florida, you do the beach.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how much of it you're kind of tanning or whatever, so you're not really doing a lot of activity.
Well, if you're with me, you ain't tanning.
Yeah. Are we doing running sprints?
Oh, maybe we go to the beach and,
Yeah.
ride some jet skis or something.
Okay.
There has to be
Yeah.
some activity. For me to go to the beach,
Yeah.
there got to be some kind of activity. Either a bar or something to do. I can't just lay there and find that.
Yeah, I'm not
boring.
going to melt myself. Yeah.
How do you white people do it?
This tan.
They love it.
I gotta get this tan. I gotta keep this
They
tan.
love
Are
it.
you tan? Isn't that your natural color?
No, that's tan. Trust me.
I can get more tan though.
Really?
But yeah, no,
we'll,
I do.
We'll
have
check in with you at the end of summer.
Yeah. No, but I like outdoor activity. That's good. That would be running pretty high on my list.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because I like to be outside.
So let's say 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because I'm always outside anyway.
Okay.
No,
So-
so in South Florida, you can do kayaking. There's there's a lot of little water things. Like you said, you can do jet skis. You can.
We could even work out on the beach. I like that.
If you're happy enough to own a boat,
Right.
that's probably the best move down here.
You're talking our language, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
slow down, bro. You're moving too fast.
Wow. Maybe it's a 10. If the boat's involved, it's a
If the
10.
boat's involved, it's a 14,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a strong 14.
Yes.
Oh, now I know who to bring on the boat next time.
Ooh.
Yes. Now, what if I took you on like a nice little cooking class, or back to the house and we both cooked?
Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't want to go to a cooking class. I don't want to do it. Sorry. I'll say sure, and then like the day will come and I'll be like, I'm just really not feeling it. Maybe we should let's try something else.
Okay, I thought you were gonna kind of shy out of the whole thing.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought she was too, but she
okay.
Now, because it's Marlon, are you going to cooking class, or just like would you just go to some random guy's house and let him cook for you?
Okay, well, I didn't know the guy's random.
Well,
I guess we're doing first date.
First date.
Man. Okay, Note of the above. This one's a one. We're not doing this one.
we're not doing.
Now, yeah, I mean, I get like.
Do not recommend.
I get like a second, third, something like that. Once you've already committed, that's
why I say cooking class for the first date.
Okay.
So you're not coming back to my house.
Yes.
I still don't want to do a cooking class.
No, that's fair.
Do you cook at all?
Yeah.
That doesn't.
I do sometimes. I'm pretty good at cooking. I don't want to go to the class. I'll make my own stuff at home. I think it'd be cool to do like one of those painting classes.
Okay.
Like paint and sip. I've never done one of those.
Okay. Well, we'll write that in.
We'll write that in.
Yeah, that one I would do, but not a cooking class. I don't know why.
So artsy, crafty kind of thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, paint and sip. So cooking class is a 1. Paint and sip is a.
I've never done it, but I feel like I would love it. So
okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8.
I think I would like that though.
Hey, this is good intel.
Yeah.
I'm giving you guys ideas.
Yes.
Well, I think what right now there's like this trend I've been seeing on social media with couples, and what they do is they paint each other. Have you seen those?
What?
You have like an hour and you paint each other.
That's interesting. Wait,
and then you show
on the body or paint on the canvas of the person?
And then they show each other, and they're just so hilarious because like usually one of them's really good and one of them's
like really bad.
Really bad.
I can see
that looks so funny and fun to me. So
yeah.
And I've never done the paint and sip, so that's all kind of.
What if he takes you out dancing?
No. Wait, what kind of dancing? Like, are you saying a dance class, or are you saying like...
No class. We're done with classes. I see you don't like to learn.
You're going out. You're going to the club, or you're going wherever, you're going out.
You're going salsa dancing.
Yeah, something like that.
You're going...
I haven't done that sort of stuff in so long, but I think I would have fun. But, I would definitely have to have a few drinks.
Well, that's
yeah, I'm not
for going dancing.
But no, I think, I'll give that one like a 6.
6.
Not my favorite. I think I would have fun. I would lean into it. And end up having a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think 6 is okay.
6 is fair, yeah.
You're not dying with a 6.
No.
You still have time to bring up the vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, some people just like to go dancing. You get dressed up, get all pretty, get some drinks, go dancing.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it's the thing.
Yeah.
What about we go to a local attraction? Maybe there's a festival in town, like an art fair, or the seafood festival, or.
Okay, I'm giving that one an 8 because I love that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Like I went to the Mr. Swindler's Peculiarium, like a couple months ago. I had a blast. It's like a dirty circus kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, stuff like that's fun because there's a lot of other stuff going on around you, so you don't have to be so zoned in on the person.
Yeah.
And that's key. Because it's sometimes.
Plus, you can pick the place.
Sometimes people get boring after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're screwed, bro.
You want to have something that you can relate to that you related to on that first date, which is really kind of cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about dinner at a restaurant?
Well, we got to do which kind of restaurant, because I used to always want to be like, oh, I want to go out to a fancy restaurant. Now I'm over that.
Okay.
I like my casual places, but where we can hang out for a while.
We're going to parse out the type of restaurant after we go through the list. So, restaurant in general gets a what? 1 out of 10?
It gets a 10 for me.
10?
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
I'm telling you, restaurants is where that's why we see so many dates on restaurants. It's almost perfect because you have conversation, you have stuff going on.
You have atmosphere, you have conversation, you have alcohol, you have all the mixings to make it a good night.
And you have built-in FaceTime.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, how about a movie?
1.
Okay. Terrible.
I can't tell you the last time I've been to a movie theater, let alone in my house that I've watched a movie. I just don't watch movies. I don't know why.
Movies are for like couples. Like you're already together.
They're a terrible first date.
Yeah, they're not good for a first date at all. There's no talking.
You're by yourself together.
Yeah, that's horrendous.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more after you've already been together.
What if he takes you out for coffee?
That gets like you know what? I'll give that like a 7. I like that. Because the date's not. It doesn't have to be long. You know, it could be like a 30, 45-minute interaction. If it goes good, you could continue. Maybe go get breakfast or
Lunch
do whatever.
yeah.
Or to the beach. Mm-hmm. You know, you could continue the date if you want, but if it doesn't go good, you don't have to continue it. You have your coffee, you say thank you, you say goodbye.
I mean, it's kind of like a get to know you type. You know,
Yeah.
you meet them, you feel them out because you want to know the vibes. Mm-hmm. The only thing about coffee that I could imagine, I don't even drink coffee, is that it's gotta be weird going on a date in the daytime. Daytime feels like relegation.
Yeah, I guess, but I just, you know, like I said, I mean, it's very casual, very simple, and it's not long.
Yeah.
Like a restaurant, even though I put that at 10, like you're there.
It's a commitment. Yeah,
you're there. Just
at least a couple hours.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's at nighttime usually. But
Yeah.
so the coffee, it could be, you know, it could be a 20-minute coffee day. It could be a all-day coffee day. You know, like I said, if it continues. So
Gotcha. What about drinks at a bar?
10.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. We're doing a picnic.
I don't want to do that for the first date. I don't.
No.
No, that's like a 3.
How do you feel about that? Are you surprised? I'm surprised.
I don't know. I mean, picnic just kind of feels old to me.
How dare you?
No, I like them. Like, I go to the inlet by my house. They have a grass.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like as a first date. That's like something that you see like in an older movie, like Gone with the Wind.
I like that.
I actually, you know what? To be fair, the guy that I was previously with, most recently, that was our first date.
Oh.
Actually.
Oh, so.
But
No,
they're not
I'm not
together.
like scorned by that, but like
No wonder you don't like the.
No, it was fun. It was
first date.
cute. But also, we had been talking for like 2.5, 3 months prior, so we knew each other pretty well.
Which is fine. First date could be you just met or you've been.
No,
known
I can
each
see a
other
picnic
for-
like, well, we live in Florida, you know what I mean? So we have, and I get it, but I can see like a picnic like somewhere that's not the beach, where you go to a nice park and you know what I mean, it's nice outside.
Yes.
And, yeah, that makes a little more sense.
For me, it's how like I would suggest a picnic because similar to going out to eat, you get the FaceTime, and to me, a picnic, you're preparing all this stuff to bring. So then you're actually sharing a part of you. If you like cheeses, if you like this kind of wine, and you know, whether it's sandwiches or whatever you prepare, you're giving them a part of yourself. And so for better or worse, I like the picnic for that. I would suggest a picnic. It's like, hey, you ain't gotta like it, I like it, you know, and then this is me, and you just kind of bear yourself. You go in a restaurant, which is fine, you're dependent on the other, you know, people
Components.
to procure it, and you say, hey, this is what you pick it out and stuff like that. This is all done in advance. To me, nothing sexier than being thought of. That's what I like. So that's how I would show appreciation for a person. And
What did we rate the picnic?
I said like a 3.
She didn't like it.
No, I said, you know what, I'll do it later. I don't want to do it the first date.
Gotcha. All right, so then let's.
You forgot one.
You upside down reading motherfucker. What about the museum?
What kind of museum?
See?
It could be. I mean,
Science museum. Too childish. Art museum.
No,
Too highbrow.
No, I'll give it like a 5. I'll give it a 5 because you know what? I actually went to the Dali Museum in St. Petersburg a little while ago. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't hate it. Didn't love it. It was a good way to spend my time.
Yeah, but
like
he's talking as a date now. We're not talking about it
No,
as
I know. I'm saying like, you know, it's a...
Because I love museums, but that's on my, you know, traveling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know if as a date.
I mean, I'll do it because similar to the festival event sort of thing, you're looking, you're experiencing stuff, so then, you know, you can go eat after and talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you said, it's like something you're both looking at, you both can relate to, go back to, talk about that you both saw. So I'll give it a 5. I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
I think the museum for me depends on the person.
True.
If I have some intel that they like the type of stuff that the museum likes, I'd definitely be into that. If they're artsy person or intellectual person or silly person, there's museums, all kinds of museums.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
Now, you know, if I lived in Paris and we're going to the Louvre, that'd be totally different.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess we are. And like,
oh, but we have museums down here.
True,
or
but
traveling museums. They had the one that was all about the body.
Oh, Body's the exhibit, yes.
You know, and so I like.
But to me, that's more of a local attraction because it's not here that long.
I get it. I mean, I was lumping museum into the local attraction.
Yeah.
That's why I was going
Oh,
to
okay.
skip it. So, All right, so now, why are restaurants so popular for first dates? Like, why do you think that?
I think everyone loves food.
True.
I was gonna say everyone likes to drink, but not everyone drinks. But like
Yes.
I do, and but everyone loves food, so that's an easy. You're gonna relate on that, no matter what. I mean, I've never really met anyone that goes, "I hate food," so
True.
you're
You
gonna
gotta eat.
Yeah, you're gonna relate on that, I think, and I think for being a woman, it's nice every once in a while to get dressed up.
Yeah.
If a guy wants to take me out to a nice place, I take the time. It's like a little ritual. I'll wash my hair. I put my hair products in. I blow it out. I do my makeup. I pick the outfit out. It's a little ritual. And I do, when I go get asked out on a date, like to a nice dinner, I actually get like butterflies. I get a little nervous.
Okay.
I do because
That's good though.
Well, because I've gotten all done up. I've put in all this effort in. I want to impress.
And you want to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I like this perspective because from a man's perspective, there's a lot of pressure ahead of time. He has to be the type of person that you would say yes to, and that takes a lot of back end work. Mm-hmm. He has to be presentable. Mm-hmm. He has to have certain, charisma. He has to have the courage to, hey, say, do you find me attractive? Or whatever his opening line is, right? And then he has to pick the right place and then pay for the meal. So now from the woman's perspective, what is it that men don't understand in that whole process that you guys have to go through, you ladies?
I think so sometimes I feel like they lose sight, like at the restaurant, right? Like sometimes I get a little nervous on ordering because I will like to order a nice bottle of wine or a nice item on the menu. Like I'm not a chicken fingers and French fries kind of girl.
Okay.
And but I think when I'm putting in the effort to look nice, or maybe I went out and bought a new dress because I'm really excited. I think guys forget that, and sometimes I feel like when I go out with guys, don't ask me to go to a nice dinner if I can tell you're like a little being weird or shying away for more of the nicer items on the menu.
Okay.
They should have taken you to that restaurant then.
Correct. And now, am I going to order the Opus 1 bottle of wine? No.
Okay.
But I'm also not going to get the $50 bottle of wine.
Got you.
So I'm not ridiculous, but I'm also not going to get like a cup of the soup for my starter. Maybe I want the steak tartare.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's not like I go to these places all the time. But I feel like I can tell. Sometimes I go on dates and some guys like,
They're checking their wallet.
yeah, and I'm
Well,
like,
that's
then
not
let's
good.
not go here.
Yeah.
How do you get that feeling? Like I can understand.
Maybe they should have taken you to drinks to beginning with.
Yeah. I can just read it. I don't know how it's hard to explain. You can just kind of tell.
Okay.
You can tell the vibe of the person. But also working in a restaurant, and I go out a lot in my free time. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just used to doing that. I feel like a lot of restaurant people are used to doing that. We work in nice places.
Yeah.
We want to go out to nice places.
We see it all and we know what's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to have what's good.
Exactly.
You're not trying to have that $50 bottle of wine if you know that it's not good.
Yeah.
And you gravitate to stuff that you like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I feel like, too, that is like something that not everyone understands that doesn't work in the restaurant industry.
Okay.
Like other people, like other guys taking me on dates that do have other professions aren't going to understand that as well as like we would.
Is it fair to say that among the other things that men have to do, pick the appropriate restaurant? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah. And honestly, I don't mind. I really don't mind going to a less fancy restaurant. I'm all about, like I've mentioned a couple times, whale's rib. Getting some crab, cracking the crab. I love that experience. I think
Okay.
it's a fun experience.
Crab, drinking some beer. Like,
Yeah, I
she's
love
fine.
that.
Should the guy consult with you or just make the decision? Should he say, hey, do you want to go to this restaurant or just make it?
I think it's really attractive if a guy can just go ahead and make the decisions. Because I make decisions for myself all the time.
Okay.
I mean, especially on the first date, I feel like.
Yeah.
Once you get to know the person, or if you're trying to get to know the person, then yes, you would ask, hey, do you want to go here next or something like that?
Yeah.
Somewhere where they feel more comfortable, like your spot, like you're saying. Because maybe they might have no idea. Like, I've never heard of the spot till she just said it. So,
Gotcha.
but now that you mention things like that, if we were on a date, I would retain that information.
Right.
And then take you there again.
Right. But yeah, no, it is very attractive, the guy to make the plans. And I do a little test when I'm out to dinner with a guy. Because when I go out with people, I'll order for the table. I don't care. I'll take charge.
Okay.
But first date, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that unless you're messing up and you're ordering some stuff that I do not want. Then I go, well, no, actually, I want this. But I do a test, see if they'll ask me, do you like this, and see if they'll take charge and order.
Okay.
Order the wine. Oh, are you okay with this wine? Let's get this bottle of wine. Sure. Like, I don't want to be the one asking the questions.
Well, definitely as a server, you guys should be talking to each other. I mean,
no, but I'm saying I want him to take charge
Yeah.
in the conversation with me.
absolutely.
If I'm hearing you correctly, you want the guy to lead the way on the ordering and what's going to happen, not necessarily order for you
No,
and just like disregard if you like it or not. But
Right.
take charge, lead the way. Gotcha. What are the downsides to going to a restaurant on a first date?
If you guys aren't getting along, or like you don't have a lot in common, the conversation can get very dry very quick. And then you're just kind of sitting there like trying to come up with something next to talk about. And then, like we said, you're in a 2-hour commitment to be here. And then sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, I want to get out of here. And then you cannot.
Yeah, that to me is why it's such a commitment on a first date. I never take a woman out to a restaurant on a first date. That is if I like you and we've been together. I enjoy eating and drinking and that whole thing. It has to be a slam dunk for me. I don't want to spend more than 10 minutes with somebody that I find maybe is like kind of boring and having a struggle.
Yeah.
So it's not about money for me, because when I do go to a nice restaurant, it's a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's a nice bottle of wine. Half the time I'm getting a bottle of wine for myself.
Yeah.
It's like, you can get whatever you want. It could be a bottle of wine for you.
Yeah.
But I'm getting these things because it's an opportunity for me.
Absolutely.
So that to me is like, I can't be a first date because I don't want to get to know you while I'm having this. You may not be worth my time.
You may not be the $500 dinner.
Oh, it's
check.
$500 for sure.
Yeah.
Because maybe at the very least, a decent place is going to run you for two people. $250.
Oh, yeah.
Is the ground floor.
Ground floor.
Ground
Especially,
floor.
You're getting some wine. You're
Yeah.
having some appetizer. You're talking. You're having
Yeah.
a great time.
You didn't even get none at the bar
Bar,
yet,
yeah.
like before you got sacked.
Exactly.
So if you calculate that in,
You're already at 3.
you're already at
Closer, 350.
$350.
Yeah.
So $350 average date. Now, I mean, is that expensive? Not necessarily, but is it? It's not even the money. It's my time.
It is the time.
Right? Like, do I really want to spend time 2 hours? And I'll take 2 hours on a date.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Right?
especially if you like the person.
Yeah. But drinks, baby. That's where it's at. You can pull that ripcord, float away. But half the time, like, I think that I would want to get a sense of a person. I think this is where the difference between men and women are, is because I wouldn't ask out any random person.
Right.
So I already had a sense of you and I want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
And so women get hit on all the time. So you get the options. How does it feel?
Right now, I'm loving it. I used to be so like, whatever, like this isn't annoying, but now I'm just like, I'll take it as it comes. You know, it doesn't bother me. But I will shut people down real quick. Like, I have no issue.
If you're not interested.
Yeah. But because so back to the restaurant thing where it doesn't bother me and why I don't mind is because most of the time I'm meeting people at the bar I go out to after work.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if that's the best place to meet people, but like that's where I'm meeting people. So I've already had a prior conversation with them, gotten their phone number, texted them. So I know them enough
Gotcha.
that I don't mind going. Because I do agree, I don't want to go on a date with someone I don't know at all.
Okay.
Because then it is weird.
It's dicey.
Yeah.
It's dicey, yeah.
What mistakes has a man made with you on a restaurant date?
Okay, I was gonna say, and in general, I mean, I don't know if we have enough time to cover all this. In a restaurant date, I don't know. I actually really haven't had them make many mistakes. I mean, other than, honestly, I mean, if we're... First date, I haven't really had that many, other than getting the sense that you maybe you don't really want to be here.
Yeah.
You don't, but again, then don't take me here.
How about, has everyone that you've gone on a restaurant date with been the type of person, I don't want to say rude to a server. Let's take it simpler. Just not, sending things back.
Right.
Or been a little, pet peeve for us. Normal for other people. Has any of your pet peeves been scratched on a date?
No, because I
Wow.
think no, but
Are they usually on their best behavior?
Yes, I think because they know, like, I'd be like, what are you doing? But I actually, this was actually very sweet. A couple weeks ago, this guy took me out first date. We were just at Flanagan's because we both worked late. And I got the pasta Caesar salad. And they brought me just a plain Caesar salad. And I got so nervous because I'm not going to send it back.
Okay,
Did
why
he say
not?
something for you?
He was like, come on, like, it's so simple. Yeah, he was like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Which was actually kind of nice because I wasn't going to send it
It
back.
was wrong.
It's a
We gotta
complete
fix it.
wrong island. I
Yeah.
mean, you're well within your right. It's
I
not
know,
like
but-
It was wrong.
I know.
This is not what I ordered.
I would have fixed it for you too. No
Yeah,
question.
he was, because he could tell that I was going to just roll with it, and he was like, I'm fixing this for
Yeah.
you, all right? I got so nervous. I literally went to the bathroom while he did it. I can't be here for this.
And what would be a deal breaker for a first date?
I mean, I think being rude to his server, just that is. I mean, I know we all say this, but I mean, that's just so unattractive. That is so unattractive. Because if you're going to talk to them that way, how
How
are
you
you
gonna talk to me?
Correct.
Mm,
Later on in the relationship. I mean,
true.
yeah.
Now we'll let you go on this one. What is the best style? And you touched upon it, but let's collectively,
Yeah.
analyze and think about it, because not only are we discovering, according to you, that restaurants are one of the best, date spots. What type of restaurant is a good
First date.
first date?
Because like we just talked about earlier, we think good higher end is going to be something that we personally are going to save for somebody that we really care
Right.
about.
Yeah, but if you want to overachieve and really impress somebody, I don't.
I'm not a yeah.
Yeah, I don't fault the person, but I think sometimes guys feel that, hey, I did this,
Yeah.
so this should make up for this should get me, somewhere, and that like, do you ever get that feeling that a
Oh,
person?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the way I look at it is, right, like, I'm single, I live by myself, I do everything for myself, I pay my own bills, so I can take care of me. I can do anything for me.
Yeah.
If you want to do something for me, it's because you want to do something for me, but don't think that I owe you because you did something for me. I can do stuff for myself all day long, any day. If I want to do something nice for myself, I can take myself out.
Gotcha.
Okay.
If there's a date spot that we missed, let me know. I reply to my emails all the
He's
time.
the modern waiter at Gmail.
Thank you. Or you can follow me on Instagram at The Modern Waiter Podcast. I'm Roland Joseph, The Modern Waiter.
I'm Danny Villa. Subscribe, people.
We'll see you next time.
Later.
Thank you again, Jordan.
Yeah, no problem.
Excellent, Smith.
Excellent.
Be together. I don't mean right now, but girl, I mean forever.